Hey, what's up guys, this is Chetan for Gizmo Times and you're watching a quick unboxing and an overview of the Oppo K3, the next phone in the Oppo K series. The K series introduced with the K1, which was quite a very good phone actually, with the in-display fingerprint sensor. So this is the Oppo K3 and the box package is quite tall, similar to how the Oppo Reno series is, and that's what I liked about the company already, that they're adopting steps from the flagship series into the mid-range, and not just with the box package. You'll actually see the design of the phone being similar to the Oppo Reno series, and that's what is making it a better choice when compared to some others in the market. But let's see what comes in the box package and what the phone has to offer in terms of specifications. As soon as you open the box package, what you see inside would be exactly the same. So this is one box for the sheets. So what you see inside are two booklets. One is the quick start guide, and that will let you know about the SAR value as well as what you have in the device. And the other one is the information booklet for the warranty. So if you are someone who wants to know about the safety and warranty, this booklet will have that. And the next thing in the box is the phone itself. So this is the Oppo K3, and the first thing you'll see here is that continuation of the fingerprint location. That's the in-display fingerprint sensor, but there's a lot more to it. Apart from that, you'll see the rising camera or the pop-up camera from the company. That was a part of the Oppo Reno series and only in the premium range, but now you're seeing that even in this price range. So this is the Oppo K3, and this has a beautiful gradient design which the company calls as a 3D design. And why I call this as similar to the Oppo's designs is that the Oppo Reno had a subtle kind of matte finish, but not a glossy one. This is glossy in fact, but the camera placement and all makes it much more premium. And in fact, I would call it as one of the best designed phones in the medium or the mid-range price point. But let's keep this aside. Let's check out what else comes in the box package. So you have a type C USB port or the type C cable, and that means there's a type C port in the phone, which will be again showing you later in the physical overview of the device. There's this dark rubber cover, not rubber actually, it's a plastic cover which is quite hard, and just a little flexible, not a lot flexible, which means it would be well protecting the back of the device. And finally, you have the trial adapter that has a 5V4A or the 20-watt charging support. That's VOOC 3.0 support given in the Oppo K3. And lastly, you also have the SIM ejector tool, which is a part of the package. So these were the box contents. Now let's get back to the phone and see the physical overview and also talk about what is internally offered in the phone. So this is the Oppo K3, and while we boot up the phone, we'll talk about the physical aspect. On the back you have this dual lens camera combination, and apart from that you have the mention of f1.7 aperture on the top, the Oppo branding towards the bottom, where you have Oppo and also designed by Oppo, and towards the bottom of the device you have these ports. That's the type C port and the 3.5 mm headset jack, the microphone as well as the speaker grill towards the bottom. And on the right you have the power button as well as the SIM slot, and on the top is that rising camera or the pop-up selfie camera, and also a secondary camera, a secondary microphone for the noise cancellation while making calls, and also while recording the audio. And on the left of the phone you have two buttons, that is the volume buttons, and that's it. You have all of the important needed things. That's all of the ports and the buttons. Now on the front is the 6.5-inch full view display, and that is the Super AMOLED display, which is a good thing here. And apart from that, you also have the 19.5:9 aspect ratio and Gorilla Glass 5 protection, 430 nits of brightness. With the chipset, this is similar to the Realme 3 Pro or also the Realme X right now, and that's the Qualcomm Snapdragon 710 chipset that's powering this phone, along with the Adreno 616 GPU. And for the variants, you have two variants, one with 6GB RAM, 64GB storage, one with 8GB RAM, 128GB storage. And the prices for both of them are in the description below. Since we made this video before the launch, we aren't sure about the actual price, and that would be updated in the description. Though we hope this to be under 20,000 rupees, which would make it quite a good competitor to the other phones because of the fact that it has all the latest technologies and also the in-display fingerprint sensor, the rising selfie camera. And it comes with a 3765 mAh battery and the 20-watt charging support that is given in this phone. Apart from that, you have the dual lens camera on the back, on which the primary one is a 16 megapixel camera with the f1.7 aperture, and the secondary one is a 2 megapixel one for the depth sensing. On the front you have not the camera, because the camera is a part of the pop-up camera setting, and that is going to be a 16 megapixel camera with the f2.0 aperture, and it is the Sony IMX471 sensor. And that's it about the cameras. We'll be anyway showing you the camera app, and before that, and this is the Android 9 Pie and ColorOS 6.0 based on that, 6 GB of RAM, and this is not the actual storage. Let's get into the storage and check out how much was available. We had taken a screenshot of the same because anyway we install a few apps later, and it's about 46 GB that was available to the user when we actually booted up the phone for the first time. So getting back into the settings, you have all of those important settings that you see regularly, and you have the fingerprint, face and passcode. We'll be doing a separate video for the performance of the fingerprint and the face unlock so that you can see if they work well. And there's the app management, clone apps, game space is there as well, and there's the hyper boost and game boost given for the better gaming experience. And you have some of those pre-installed applications that include the phone manager, game center, game space. Facebook is pre-installed, O roaming, and these all applications are pre-installed except for the PUBG mobile game that is here installed by us, and everything else is pre-installed. Getting into the camera application here, you have the regular Oppo's camera application where you see the settings towards the bottom. That's the modes, photo, video and the portrait mode. Portrait would take advantage of the depth camera, that's a 2 megapixel camera. And apart from that, you also have the night mode, the panorama, expert, time lapse and slow motion support as well. Under video, if you go and check for the support, there is support for 4K videos at 30 frames per second, and that's a good thing. You aren't restricted to 1080p. You get the 4K videos or the UHD videos supported here. Under the settings, you can change the settings to take a photo, that's touch to take a photo. You can change the aspect ratio, and if you take a full screen aspect ratio, it would be 19.5:9 aspect ratio of pictures. And AI scene recognition is also there. Flip selfie mode is also there. You also have this AI beautification for the back camera as well, where you can set the amount of beautification that has to be done with the AI itself. You don't have to set the beautification, it will do that with the artificial intelligence. And indoor, that's how it keeps mentioning about what it sees. And there's turn on dazzle color. Color would give in more colors to make the picture more vibrant, and these are different filters that you see here. And now this is the front facing camera. That's the rising camera that you saw here, that just came up and popped out, and it's a 16 megapixel Sony IMX471 sensor. You have the filters here as well, and if you go back, you have the option of portrait, where it would take the captures with the blur in the background, which is quite evident here, and it's blurring the background. And apart from that, you also have HDR option for the front camera as well, and the AI beautification as well as the regular beautification is there, where you see the different options of thinning the face, smaller face, chin and eyes shapes or eye size. That can all be changed, or you can go to natural, and natural would take the regular selfie with all the colors retained and no beautification done. So that depends on your choice. And of course, I would always say that the Oppo's and Vivo's selfie cameras do quite a good job with natural selfies, so that is being shown here as well. So we'll be anyway doing a complete camera overview with the camera review later, and also the gaming review of this phone. And this was a quick overview of the physical aspect as well as the quick spec overview and the unboxing of the Oppo K3 smartphone that's launched in India now with the two variants, 6GB RAM, 64GB storage, 8GB RAM, 128GB storage. I hope you like this video. If you do share and subscribe to Gizmo Times for more. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next video.